Welcome to Rob on Holiday. Recently, we took a day trip to the town of Sintra in Portugal. It's a popular day trip if you're visiting Lisbon, the Portuguese capital. And in this video, we're going to look at the pros and cons of visiting Sintra. Let's start by talking about the architecture and the main reason to visit Sintra. There are 3 wonderful attractions in Sintra, and if you've got all day, you might be able to push yourself and do a 4th. But the main thing you're going to want to visit is the Pena Palace, which is a really colourful building. Second is the Moorish castle, an amazing hilltop castle that you can see for miles if you're lucky to have a clear day. And also there's the Quinta da Regaleira, which is an interesting, I would say Gaudi-esque formations in a garden and something really interesting to visit. And if you've really got time, you can go just up the road and visit the Montserrat Palace, but it really would be a packed day to get all 4 of those in. One of the best aspects of Sintra is its geography, but of course that also makes it challenging. But while you're there, you will enjoy stunning views if you get good weather. We actually had a bit of mist and rain, quite a lot of mist and rain when we were there, but generally you get fabulous views from the Pena Palace and the Moorish castle. And the geography is really something to behold. You just stand there at any one of the attractions, looking around, you're looking at the things you can see, and it's an amazing place to visit. The great thing about Sintra is it's only a short ride away from Lisbon, so if you're staying in Lisbon, you're going to have no problems getting to Sintra on the day and then getting back to Lisbon the same day. I mean, it's so close to Lisbon, you can even get an Uber. We actually got an Uber from Lisbon and it was about 28 euros, I think, and that was in the evening when it's slightly more expensive. So it's really accessible. Now, while Sintra is a fantastic place to visit, the geography of Sintra does present some challenges. First of all, the 2 main attractions, the Pena Palace and the Moorish Castle, are quite a bit away from the town, and you're not really going to be able to walk it from down the bottom of the hill up there and still have plenty of energy to do the attractions themselves. So you're going to have to find a way of getting up to the Pena Palace. You can get tuk-tuks, which are quite expensive, or you can order a taxi down in the town, but in the busier summer season the roads are going to get really clogged, so I would recommend getting there early or even staying the night like we did to make sure you have the best chance of making it to the Pena Palace and the Moorish Castle. Sintra can suffer from bad weather. We were really unlucky when we went and we had lots of rain and lots of fog. It is quite close to Portugal's Atlantic coast, so you're going to get a lot of weather systems blowing in from the Atlantic there. I mean, you can be really lucky, you know, and get a really clear day, and in the summer I'm sure it's going to be nice, but there again it's going to be quite warm in the summer as well. So you need to think very carefully about when you visit Sintra and what the weather might be like, and you may well have to pack a poncho. One thing we have to talk about when we talk about visiting Sintra is, has it become too popular? There is no question that it's a tourist magnet, and in the high season it's going to be absolutely crowded with people. And when you watch some videos online, for example the Pena Palace, you see queues of people just making their way slowly through the palace and you're packed in like sardines, and that's not going to be the ideal experience for seeing things. Now, whilst we had bad weather, we were lucky in some respects. It was in February, it was midweek, so it was out of season, and you know, we got to walk around the attractions and we didn't think it was too crowded, but obviously we had to put up with some bad weather. But most people are going to be going in those busy tourist months, May, June, July, August and September, and I'm willing to bet that unless you get there very early, you're going to have a very busy experience in Sintra. So that's the thing, if you are going to go in popular season, make sure you're first through the door for the best experience. So in summary, is it worth visiting Sintra? Of course it is, but with the proviso that you do your research and make sure you have a plan for how to get the best at the various attractions it's got to offer. If you're coming from Lisbon for the day, I would make sure you arrive in Sintra before 8 o'clock in the morning so that you can get to the Pena Palace gates for 9 o'clock when it opens, because it really is going to be busy around that area. And it goes without saying, if you're coming all that way on holiday and you really want to see Sintra, please book your attractions early. It makes such a difference, because the lines outside these attractions, the Moorish Castle, Pena Palace, Quinta da Regaleira, are going to get really long. So make sure you have a plan. But of course Sintra, I mean, the buildings are absolutely eye-popping and spectacular. If you get there, you will absolutely love Sintra. Thanks for watching Rob on Holiday. We hope you enjoyed our guide to visiting Sintra. If you've got any comments, please put them below. We'd love to answer them. And in the meantime, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.